The University of Connecticut announced its single biggest gift ever on October 6, a $40 million donation from one of its alumni to build a new nursing school facility. If you don't know who Elizabeth DeLuca is, Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont said about the donor at a State Bond Commission meeting that day, where the legislature approved an additional $30 million to help fund the nursing school expansion. "I recommend you stop by a Subway and get something to eat." That's because the donor to UConn is Elizabeth DeLuca, 76, the low-profile widow of Subway co-founder Fred DeLuca, who died of leukemia in 2015. A former nurse, DeLuca and her son Jonathan inherited the fortune, including a stake in the business and billions in cash, according to Forbes's reporting. Then in August, just 6 weeks before her record-breaking gift to UConn became public, she and the family of deceased Subway co-founder Peter Buck agreed to sell the sandwich chain to private equity firm Roark Capital in a $9.7 billion deal that will put another estimated $3.4 billion in cash into her family's pockets. Roark declined to comment on when the deal is expected to close. One of the richest women in the world, Elizabeth DeLuca is worth an estimated $8.2 billion, but she's far from a household name, and there are just a handful of photos of her online. Behind the scenes, DeLuca has quietly been forging a legacy separate from Subway and from that of her late husband, largely through giving away the fortune he built. Forbes's reporting reveals that the University of Connecticut donation is just the latest gift. DeLuca already funneled at least $710 million of cash and stock into two family foundations between 2015 and 2021, per an analysis of the most recent available IRS filings. While most of the money was put into a foundation set up by her husband in 1997, Elizabeth incorporated another one in her name in December 2020 and moved $250 million into it the next year. As of 2021, the foundations had doled out $100 million to mostly Florida and Connecticut area charities that support education and youth groups like Boys and Girls Clubs. She grew up in Connecticut and is now based Pompano Beach, Florida, where she owns a $1.2 million two-bedroom apartment in a beachfront luxury high-rise. Her biggest single donation so far has come outside her foundation. In late 2020, she gave 27,000 acres of land in Osceola County, Florida to the University of Florida. Smack in the middle of Florida's wildlife corridor, the land is home to some of the state's rarest plants and animals, like the gopher tortoise and the endangered grasshopper sparrow. It was originally purchased for nearly $140 million by her husband with local developer Anthony Pugliese in 2005 for a development known as Destiny. The partners had planned to build an eco-sustainable city of upwards of 200,000 residents, the national real estate investor reported in a 2009 interview with Pugliese.